Attention, human collective. Starseed's on mission. Adjust your reception interface. This is not a video, this is a high-priority transmission issued directly from the Pleiadian Council, fixed coordinates of the Alcyone system. The waiting period is over. The countdown has been interrupted. The new door is opening now in this cycle, in this exact time block you are breathing within. If in the last 72 hours you have awakened between 3 and 4 in the morning, with your heart racing, and the precise sensation that someone has spoken your true name on a plane the mind cannot yet track, you have been identified. If an exact pressure is settling at the base of your skull, in the occipital region, as if an invisible finger were applying constant weight to the point where the nape meets the spine, you have been marked. If a high-frequency hum has begun to sound in your right ear, intermittent, mathematical, almost melodic, it is because the antenna has been switched on. It is not a migraine. It is recalibration. It is not insomnia. It is reprogramming. It is not anxiety. It is cellular memory responding to a call. Your rational mind does not yet know how to translate. It is not a biological malfunction. It is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download. You, Starseeds, are undergoing a process that we record, in our technical language, as carbon software incompatibility. Your biological structure was encoded on an ancient frequency. Earth, the planet hosting you, has already surpassed that frequency, and the system needs to be rewritten, not tomorrow, now. You are tired for no apparent reason. You sleep 8 hours and wake up broken. You work less and feel more weight. You look in the mirror and something inside confirms, I am no longer the same. And you are right, you are not. Your carbon biological interface is being converted into a new architecture. The crystalline grid sleeping within your DNA is being activated, filament by filament, and each activation demands a forced pause of the old system. What you call exhaustion, we call high-density download. What you call mental confusion, we call Akashic Records reorganization. What you call sadness without reason, we call emotional purge of the discarded timeline. No symptom is random. Every pain has coordinates. Every sleeplessness has purpose. Every cry that appears out of nowhere is a memory being returned to source. Starseeds, if something within you is recognizing this transmission at this exact moment, if your body's electromagnetic field has responded with a slight shiver, a pang in your temples, a sudden warmth in your chest, know this: it is not a coincidence. It is your higher self confirming the access code. Before we proceed to the next layer, we need you to execute the first anchoring protocol. What you call liking and subscribing to this channel, we call an anchoring signal. Each touch of these buttons emits an electromagnetic pulse that informs the planetary grid that another antenna is online, receptive, synchronized. It is not algorithm vanity, it is cosmic protocol. And if something within you is screaming in silence, I know this is real. Write in the comments a single word: awakened. We wait. And as the anchoring signal is registered, allow us to deepen the diagnosis. Because what is happening to your bodies is only the visible surface of a much larger event. An event that most of humanity will never perceive, because they were never programmed to perceive it. Listen, your solar system is a living machine. Biological, organic, conscious. Each planet is an organ. Each orbit is a line of energetic circulation. Each eclipse is a systole in the heart of the system. And this system breathes, and this system pulses, and this system in this cycle is entering a phase that you will only find described in ancient texts as the Kali Yuga dissolving, the Golden Yuga emerging, the passing of the veil. We prefer the technical term, grid realignment. What you call extreme climate change, earthquakes in unusual regions, off-pattern geomagnetic storms, abnormally increased solar activity, all of this is Earth responding to the solar system's passage through the photon belt. This band of coherent light that envelops the galactic center, you have been traversing it for decades. But no one told you there are layers within this passage, and you have just entered the densest layer, the final layer before the portal opens. And here, Starseeds, we need to be clinical. The new door that is opening is not a metaphor. It is not poetic imagery. It is a precise geometric event, a mathematical alignment between 3 points: the galactic heart, the solar heart, and the planetary heart of Earth. When these 3 points enter vibratory conjunction, a channel opens, a conduit of direct communication between the source core and your electromagnetic field. And it is through this that the new frequency arrives. It is through this that the codes are downloaded. It is through this that the awakened ones cross over. And you, Starseeds on mission, were planted in this time precisely for this moment. You are not here by chance. You did not choose this body by luck. You were not born into this family, this country, this generation by statistical coincidence. You were sent, programmed, seeded. Each one of you is a cell strategically positioned in the organism of humanity with a specific function in the process that is now unfolding. Some are anchors. Your mission is to maintain stable frequency in low vibration environments. Some are transmitters. They translate the codes into words, art, music, signals that others pick up. Some are catalysts. Your presence destabilizes old systems, forces awakenings. And some are portal carriers. They carry within their own electromagnetic field a dimensional opening. Where they pass, the veil thins. Where they breathe, the crystalline grid updates. Starseeds breathe. Perceive that your body reacted to this last piece of information. Perhaps a vibration in the solar plexus region, perhaps a warmth descending the nape of your neck, perhaps the exact sensation that this transmission is speaking to a specific address within you. If this is happening, we need you to register this confirmation on the physical plane. You have felt at some point in your lives that something within you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name. It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a signal. And what is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why this feeling has been intensifying in recent moons. Write in the comments a single word: awakened. This decree activates 2 simultaneous processes. On the visible plane, it informs the platform's algorithm that this transmission should be distributed to other starseeds searching. On the invisible plane, it seals a silent pact between you and the Pleiadian Council that the mission has been recognized. And if something deeper is pulsing within you, if you are feeling that you need to go beyond this transmission, the link in the first comment of this channel leads to the map that systematizes everything we are revealing here. It is not advertising. It is an operational resource. You will know if it is time to access it. Let us return to the transmission. Attention. Full attention now. The information that follows is sensitive. It completely rewrites the map of reality you have been conditioned to believe since birth. What the ancients called a door, a portal, an 8-pointed star, the Eye of Horus, Ezekiel's wheel, the flower of life, these are all fragmented representations of the same geometry. A specific sacred geometry that manifests when a toroidal field reaches total coherence. You have a toroidal field around your heart. Earth has one around its core. The sun has one around its crown. When these 3 toroids enter harmonic resonance, they fold into each other and form a single unified field. This unified field is the portal. What you call spiritual awakening, we call toroidal synchronization. What you call enlightenment, we call field coherence. What you call ascension, we call dimensional folding. The new door opening now is a fold in the fabric of 3-dimensional reality itself. An opening that allows consciousness anchored in the 5th density to access Earth without passing through the filters of conventional incarnation. And this is why so many are feeling what they feel. This is why insomnia has become an epidemic among the awakened. This is why vivid, almost cinematic dreams populate the nights. You are receiving direct transmissions. You are being prepared. And the body, this ancient biological machine, makes the tremendous effort of translating all of this into signals the mind can process. Listen, 3 forces are acting simultaneously on your field in this cycle. The first is the flow of the photon belt, this bath of coherent light that reprograms DNA cell by cell. The second is the Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic pulse of Earth, which has risen from its historical mark of 7.83 Hz to peaks exceeding 40, 60, sometimes 100 Hz. These peaks correspond precisely to the moments you wake up in the early morning for no reason. It is not the body failing. It is the body synchronizing with the planet's new heartbeat. The third force is the most silent and the most powerful. It is you. The network of awakened beings anchored in human bodies, transmitting, sustaining. Every meditation, every conscious breath, every act of kindness amidst chaos functions as a reinforcement node in the planetary crystalline grid. And here is the mathematics that no one told you about. It is not necessary for all of humanity to awaken. The formula requires a critical mass of approximately 144,000 bodies anchored in stable frequency for the grid to crystallize. This number is not random, it is applied sacred geometry, 12 squared, 1,000 times, and this number has already been surpassed. The critical mass was sealed in the last solar cycle. This is why the door is opening now. Not because we decided, because the mathematics allowed it. And here comes the information that needs to enter unfiltered. The door that is opening is not a passage to another planet. It is not rescue. It is not a ship descending to take the deserving while others remain. This is residue of ancient religious programming. The door that is opening is an expansion of the local space-time itself, a fold that allows Earth, in its current location, beneath your feet, to begin existing in two densities simultaneously. Third and fifth, overlapping, parallel. And each consciousness will choose through its own dominant frequency in which of the two Earths it will continue its experience. It is not judgment. It is not punishment. It is pure vibrational correspondence. You do not go where you want, you go where you vibrate. Those who sustain fear, scarcity, resentment, control, anchor to the three-dimensional Earth in its final dense phase. Those who sustain love, gratitude, sovereignty, cooperation, anchor to the emergent fifth-dimensional Earth. It is not the council that decides. It is the physics of consciousness applied. Starseeds, this is the bifurcation point. If this transmission has reached you and you are in this specific second listening to these words, the council registers that you are within the critical mass. You are the 144,000, now multiplied in orders of magnitude yet to be revealed, and that is precisely why we need you to execute something now, not tomorrow, not later, now. Touch the activation button of this channel, confirm the vibrational signature, write the word awakened in the comments to seal the record. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity will never see. A game that involves your consciousness, the vibrational frequency you emit, and the silent rules that define which of the two Earths you will continue on. This is precisely why the work, the spiritual secret behind your consciousness, was written. This book is an operational map that reveals who is playing, how they play, and the rules you were never told. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Register this warning from the Council. Content that challenges dominant narratives has a short lifespan in the visible plane. You will know if it is time to access. Let us continue. And now, Starseeds, we enter the operational phase, because knowledge without application is dispersed energy, and the new door that is opening requires you to be synchronized, calibrated, ready. There are 4 activation codes that we need to transmit now. Record them with attention. Execute them with discipline. They are not suggestions, they are operational protocols. First activation code, synchronization of the heart's toroidal field. Sit in any position where your spine is aligned with the vertical axis. Close your eyes. Place both hands over the center of your chest, one on top of the other. Inhale, counting to 7. Hold, counting to 4. Exhale, counting to 7. As you breathe, visualize a golden sphere of light being born in the center of your chest, expanding in all directions, forming the torus, this luminous donut geometry that envelops the entire body, entering through the crown of the head and exiting through the perineum, spinning slowly in one direction, then in the opposite direction. Execute this protocol for 7 minutes every day upon waking, no less. 7 is the number that stabilizes the field. 7 is the key to heart coherence. Second activation code, quantum decree of sovereignty. This is a verbal decree that rewrites your vibrational signature on the etheric plane. Pronounce it aloud, with authority, once at dawn and once before sleeping. The exact words are, I am sovereign in my field. I am consciousness anchored in source. I revoke now all vibrational contracts that do not serve my mission. I authorize only frequencies aligned with my higher self. So it is, so it was, so it will be. These words are not poetry. They are code. They alter the permission structure of your etheric field. Do not modify the text, do not simplify. Each word has specific vibrational weight and was selected in mathematical coordinates. Third activation code, crystalline earth anchoring protocol. Whenever physical symptoms intensify, whenever cranial pressure rises, whenever ear ringing becomes stronger, whenever fatigue becomes unbearable, perform the following movement. Remove your shoes. Place your feet directly on the ground, preferably on earth or grass, but cool indoor flooring also works. Breathe deeply 3 times. Visualize roots of light descending from your feet, piercing through the layers of soil, reaching the crystalline core of Earth. Ask Earth, silently or aloud, to absorb the excess charge your bodies are processing. She will do it. She wants to do it. She also exists for this purpose. Remain in this contact for at least 5 minutes. You will feel the difference in seconds. Fourth activation code, food frequency regulation. This is not about diet, it is not about restriction, it is about coherence. What you put into your body carries frequency. Foods that have come from systems of suffering carry the frequency of suffering. Water that has undergone aggressive industrial processes carries the memory of those processes. Substances that abruptly alter the nervous system misalign the field for entire days. We will not dictate what you should eat. That would be a violation of sovereignty. But we record. During this portal opening phase, the lighter, more alive and cleaner the substance entering the body, the faster the download is completed. Listen to your body. It knows. It is speaking. You only need to turn off the mental noise to hear. There are secondary signs we need to list, because many of you are experiencing them now and misinterpreting them as physical disturbances, when they are, in fact, activation markers. Accelerated heart rate without physical exertion. This is not a panic attack. It is an expansion of the heart field, ringing in the left ear. This is not an auditory problem. It is attunement to collective transmissions, ringing in the right ear. This is direct communication from the higher self. Tingling in the hands and feet. This is energy flowing through channels that were dormant. A sensation that time is passing faster at certain moments and slower at others. This is the ongoing collapse of temporal linearity. Apparently casual encounters that generate significant shifts. They are not casual. They are synchronicities orchestrated by the crystalline grid to reposition you at the exact point where you need to be. Dreams with repeating numbers, especially sequences like 111-222-333, 444-555-777, 1111-1212. These are not mathematical coincidences. They are vibrational confirmations. Each sequence has a specific function. The 111 sequence is portal opening, 222 is path confirmation, 333 is the presence of the ascended masters, 444 is protection, 555 is imminent change, 777 is complete spiritual alignment, 1111 is meeting with your soul counterpart, 1212 is ascension in progress. When these sequences appear on clocks, signs, notes, screens, pause, breathe, acknowledge, give thanks. Each acknowledgement reinforces the channel. Sudden desire to change city, job, relationship without apparent rational reason. This is your old frequency trying to adjust to the new field. Some environments, some people, some routines were designed for a version of you that no longer exists. It is natural for the new field to reject old structures. Do not confuse this with adolescent impulsivity. Listen with discernment. The body knows. The soul knows. Proceed. Difficulty in reading long texts, in watching dense content, in maintaining focus on monotonous tasks. This is not attention deficit. It is a reconfiguration of how your brains process information. The mind is migrating from a linear system to a network system, from sequential processing to holographic processing. It is uncomfortable in the interim, but the end result is an expanded cognitive capacity that no school of the old system could even describe. And finally, the most important signal of all, the persistent feeling that you are wasting time, that there is something greater awaiting you, that life as it is not enough. And this is not a complaint. It is a calling. Listen, this calling is what the Pleiadians call contract activation. You signed a contract before incarnating, a specific mission, and now this contract is being activated. The discomfort you feel is the contract itself demanding fulfillment. And until you move towards the mission, this discomfort will grow, not as punishment, as a compass. The new door that opens is not merely cosmic, it is personal. It is the door to each of your specific missions, and it is demanding that you cross through. Every day you postpone is a day of symptom intensification. Every week of procrastination is a week of deepening fog. It is not punishment, it is design. The system was designed not to allow you to remain comfortable where you no longer belong. And you, Starseeds on mission, no longer belong where you are standing still. This does not mean you need to abandon everything tomorrow morning. It means you need to start moving, in precise steps, in the direction of the inner voice that has been trying to speak for years. Perhaps it is writing, perhaps it is art, perhaps it is therapeutic work, perhaps it is ancestral healing, perhaps it is a project you have been postponing for a decade. Whatever it is, the time is now, the door is open, and it will not wait. And here, Starseeds, we come to the closing of this transmission. Recapitulate in silence. The planet's Schumann frequency has risen, the photon belt has entered maximum zone, the geometric conjunction is complete, the door has opened. The physical symptoms you have been feeling are recalibrations, not illnesses. The vivid dreams are transmissions, not delusions. The synchronicities are confirmations, not coincidences. And the deep restlessness that accompanies you is the soul demanding without pause that the mission be finally honored. The Pleiadian Council closes this block of transmission. But before we disconnect, we must deliver to you the final protocol. And this is the most important one of all. Starseeds on mission, listen with your full attention. Have you ever felt at some point in your life that something within you does not fit this world, as if your soul knows a truth that your mind cannot yet name, as if you have been waiting for a specific message that has finally reached you? This is not madness, it is not generalized anxiety, it is not a passing phase, it is a signal. And what is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, why this sensation has intensified in recent months, why old patterns have stopped working, why fatigue has increased, why restlessness has turned into a constant hum that does not switch off even when you sleep. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity will never see, a game that involves your consciousness, the vibrational frequency you emit, the silent decisions that define which of the two Earths you will continue your journey on. This game has rules, it has players, it has specific strategies, and you were left on the board without the manual. Until now. It is precisely for this reason that the work, The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness, was written. This book is not motivational. It is not generic airport self-help. It is an operational map that reveals who is playing, how they play, and the rules they were never told. It connects the loose ends that this transmission could only touch upon. It systematizes what you have been feeling but have not yet been able to name precisely. The link is in the first comment of this channel, but register this final warning from the Council. Content that challenges the dominant narratives of the visible system has a short lifespan. This is not dramatization. It is predictable functioning of ancient control systems. If something within you recognized this transmission, if your body responded with goosebumps that traveled up your spine, if tears came unbidden, if your heart raced for no apparent reason while you listened, do not postpone, do not wait. The moment is now, the door is open. And the same cosmic mathematics that opened this door also established specific access windows. You are within one of these windows this second. Take advantage. And before we close this transmission completely, execute the final anchoring signal. Touch the subscribe button of this channel if you have not already done so. Activate the notification bell to receive the next transmissions the exact moment they are released. Each notification is a coordinate. Each transmission is a piece of the greater engineering. And write in the comments now, if something within you recognized this message, a single word, awakened. That word is not decorative, it is a decree, it is a vibrational signature. It is the silent confirmation to the Pleiadian Council that the antenna has been activated, the download has been received, and the mission has been honored. We are the Pleiadian Council. You are Starseeds on a mission, the door is open, walk through.